can see what's been happening out in the Atlantic. This cloud has been racing in from the west. That's a fast developing weather system. Now, if we take a look at the isobars, you'll notice a little dip in them where the weather front's going to be. Plenty of isobars indicating some very strong winds, but notice how that dip moves closer and closer, that weather front bringing some very wet weather with it, as well as that very windy weather. So we're keeping a very close eye on developments. The worst of it is likely to come in later today, tonight and tomorrow. The wind and the rain sweeping southeastwards across the British Isles. We could have gusts of wind in excess of 60 miles an hour, so there could be some minor structural damage and probably some travel disruption. Now, the worst of it is likely to affect the far north of Scotland, but things not looking too good for the rest of Scotland, Northern Ireland, and also around these Irish Sea coasts. And then later on tonight and into tomorrow, the wet and windy weather will sweep further to the southeast. And that won't be an end to this rather unsettled spell of weather. You can see here as we head into the weekend, lots of large arrows. They will ease for a time, the winds, but then pick up again as we go into next week. It adds up to a very unsettled spell right the way through the weekend. Now, you'll notice how fast the cloud's already moving into Europe. Quite a mass of it across the Balkans. That's a little area of low pressure. That's going to give some very unsettled weather there during the next few days. But keep an eye on things back up to the northwest, because through the weekend, the second part of the weekend, this little low is going to race along the English Channel and into northern Europe, and that's going to be bringing some fairly nasty weather with it as well. But today, the worst of the weather arriving up to the northwest through the afternoon. Gale force winds blowing in some heavy bursts of rain. For the rest of us, I think probably the clouds increasing, the sunshine turning hazy, but a little bit of sunshine left in the south. And temperatures could get up to 10 or 11 degrees, but unfortunately with the breeze and what is relatively dry air, it is going to feel quite chilly even today. Overnight tonight then, the wind and rain heading further and further southeastwards, probably the southeast corner of Britain staying dry, and underneath clear skies, temperatures could dip away to 3 or 4 for a time, but they will pick up later. And then tomorrow, the wet and windy weather sweeping southeastwards. Behind that, brighter skies but blustery showers, and some of those are likely to be wintry. No weather fronts on Friday, but lots of isobars, so it's going to be windy with some showers. And then as we go into the weekend, this weather front's going to head southwards across the British Isles, but then this little low is going to bring it back northwards during Sunday. So some wet and windy weather heading south during Saturday, showers behind that, and then on Sunday that weather front starts to tilt and head back up from the southwest, with somewhat brighter skies for Northern Ireland, northern parts of England and southern Scotland, but there could be a little bit of mist there, and we'll still have some wintry showers up in the far north of the British Isles. That's the forecast. Batten down the hatches. Bye-bye.